Open. Spatterlight. Interactive Fiction 2 Games window. Spatterlight activity. Themes. Dialogue. Themes. Theme setting for all games. Toolbar. In toolbar. GLK details. Format button. Format. Out of toolbar. Settings for specific to Z. Specific to Scott. Add an image pull. Prefer inter. 4. Lower graphic color. Redirect text to main window. And ticked. Redirect text to main window. Checkbox. Toolbar. In toolbar. GLD. For VoiceOver button. Out of toolbar. Setting. Speak menu. Text only. Pop-up with descriptions. Pop-up button. Menu. 3. None. All. All. VoiceOver can mention images embedded in the text and describe those that have accessibility descriptions. Toolbar. Toolbar. Zoom. Minimum close button. Games table. Row 2 of 2. Image. Shogun 2. Image. Shogun. In games table. Title. Arthur, the quest for Excalibur. Now text. Arthur, the quest for Excalibur window. A photo containing a headgear. Detected document. Possible text. RTBTSR, 18 Off Street, iFire. Would you like to restore a saved position? Please press Y or N. Please press Y or N. An illustration of a yellow snake on a tree branch in front of a purple house. You are shivering in the cold night air of an English churchyard, unsure of the forces that are driving you on this night of destiny. Here among the gravestones, the most famous sword in all England grows out of a large, oddly shaped rock. A shaft of moonlight falls upon the magic runes that shimmer in the polished steel. Whoso pulleth out this sword of this stone, is rightwise king born of all England. The local chieftain, King Lot, has declared a curfew, and you know that even a boy such as yourself would be thrown in prison should you be caught by his soldiers. Yet you have come anyway, irresistibly drawn by this sword of mystery. Noblemen from far and wide have tried and failed to draw the sword from the stone, yet something inside urges you to try. Slowly you approach the sword, driven by some inner force. You clasp your hand around the hilt. The two seem made for one another. You pull. Nothing happens. You strain harder. The sword gives a little, and then. The sword gives a little, and then. An illustration of a blue and yellow snake on a blue background. Merlin appears before you and his voice thunders in your ears. Listen well, Arthur, for now will the mysteries of your childhood be made clear to you. Your true father was Uther Pendragon, High King of England. Your mother was a grain of Cornwall. When you were born, you were given to me to raise and keep safe until such time as England had need of you. To you alone belongs the throne of England, Arthur, but the time is not yet when you may take up this sword. Before you gain your birthright, you must. Merlin disappears as suddenly as he came. In the space where he had been, a torque hangs in mid-air for a second and then falls to the ground. Great hint if only you had a crystal ball. Look in crystal. You gaze intently into the crystal. After a moment, your vision blurs and you become disoriented. It seems you are standing in a darkened cave, gazing into a crystal ball. You look inside the ball and see the hazy outline of a hint menu. Merlin comes into the cave and says, you can get a hint simply by looking in the crystal, but I know that sometimes you will be tempted to get a hint before you really want or need to. Therefore, you may at any time during your adventure type hints off, and I will make the crystal go dark. This will disallow the seeking of help for the remainder of that session. If you still want a hint now, then look once more into the crystal. Merlin disappears. Your vision clears and you are no longer in the cave. Great, I beg your pardon. Look in crystal. You gaze intently into the crystal. After a moment, your vision blurs and you become disoriented. It seems you are we're in a menu. Invoice closed trademark the churchyard. Menu item 1 of 4. N4 end of 10. King Lot. End of 10 points. End of 10 notes. We're in a menu. Notes. Reality versus romance. Menu showing hints for reality versus romance. 1 hints available. M4 hint menu. Return for a hint. Q to resume story. There is inherent conflict built into writing a game about King Arthur. It is the conflict between history and legend, the way things were, versus the way we wish they were. The historical Arthur probably lived in post-Roman Britain, and reigned between about 454 and no more hints. Window spot menu. Game windows. Command history. Image menu. Image. A screenshot of a web page with text and an illustration of a house. Detected document. Possible text. YNFGIIOI. Churchyard St. Anne's Day. Quit. You have 0 chivalry points, 0 wisdom points, 0 experience points, and 0 quest points. You have only proven yourself worthy of the rank of serf. Are you sure you wish to quit? Please press Y or N. Arthur, the quest for Excalibur has finished. Now in Interactive Fiction 2 Games window. Shogun window. Image. Red and black text next to an illustration of a sword. Detected document. Possible text. James Clavell. Shogun, a story of Japan. Copyright C. 1988 by Infocom. All rights reserved. Shogun is a trademark of James Clavell. Original literary work. Copyright 1975 by James Clavell. Licensed by Noble House Trading Limited. London. Release 322. Serial number 890706. Amiga Interpreter version 6.83. Text. Repeat last move. We are in a menu. You may choose to start the game. Menu item 1 of 3. Use the right margin image. The gale tears at you, biting deep within, and you know that if you don't make landfall soon you'll all be dead. You're John Blackthorne, pilot major of a dead fleet. 1 ship left out of 5, 8 and 20 men out of 107, and only 10 of those can walk. Little food, almost no water, and that brackish and foul. Bridgeness is the bridge of the Erasmus, a Dutch merchant and privateer. The unlashed wheel is directly forward of you, a sea chair is lashed to the deck aft of the wheel, and the ship's bell is hanging here. Spray blows past in an angry torrent. The wheel dominates the quarterdeck. It is turned straight and free to turn now. The ship heels in a sudden squall, throwing you from your post at the wheel, which, uncontrolled, begins to turn to port. Image menu. Right margin image. Edit text. Cap T. A screenshot of a social media post with text and an illustration of a ship. Detected document. Possible text. The gale tears at you, biting deep within, and you know that if you don't make landfall soon you'll all be dead. As you climb down to the deck, you see the wheel spinning uncontrolled. Deck. This is the main deck of the Erasmus. A companionway leads up to the bridge, and another one forward leads below decks to the crew quarters. A stairway aft leads to the officers' cabins. The anchor hangs over the side, ready to be dropped if ever, by the grace of God and your good piloting. The Erasmus reaches port. Hendrik Specs, the third mate, appears on deck, pulling himself painfully up the gangway. God curse you, pilot. Have you gone mad at last? No one is at the wheel. We'll head onto the reef. God rot your bones. Before you open the forecastle door and go through, right margin image. As you enter, a volley of feeble curses greets you. You close the door and they subside. No one moves. Below decks the crew's quarters of the Erasmus. A companionway leads up to the deck. It's dim, warm and close here, and the stench is abominable. Most of the survivors of the crew are here in bunks and hammocks, some sleeping, some awake. A screenshot of a social media post with text and an illustration of a group of people. Detected document. Possible text. The gangway. God curse you, pilot. Have you gone mad? Define. Use the up arrow and down arrow keys or mouse to move to the function key or operation you want. Double click or carriage return to perform operations. Type any key to continue. We're in a menu. Function keys. Up, N. Vertical line. Menu item 1 of 18. Use end of tech. LF. End of tech. RT. End of tech. F2. Tick. Space. A. L. F2. Tick all. Vertical F2. Tick all. Vertical line. RT, E, DN, exit, end of tech, exit. Greater than sign. Take all, please be more specific. Quit. Your score is 0 of a possible 55 in the scene, and 0 out of 420 overall, in 2 moves. You have now achieved the rank of Barbarian. Do you wish to leave the game? Y is affirmative. Shogun has finished.